Hello and good morning. My name is Cody, also known as Just Two Eyes, and that's Graham. Yeah, Harry Potter. Now, have you realized why have the Harry Potter movies forgotten about Hogwarts, the school? Think about it. In the first, it's not like the first four movies where they actually explore the school, explore what the school is about, the lessons, the teachings, the teachers, the students. But it kind of faded out of the mythos of the movies after that point. I think it was Prisoner of Azkaban was like the last movie where they focused on class. But the first two movies I loved the most because we saw it from like Harry's point of view, where he first came into Hogwarts, to the wizarding world of this place, Diagon Alley and all of that. And we saw like all these new, amazing, crazy things where there was new magic for the first two movies, new characters to run into, new places to go, new things to interact with and learn more about this and that. And then it kind of just faded off after that point. And I missed that. Like in the third movie, things got a little dicey. And then the fourth movie, that was a completely different turn from a completely different director. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, this is still go to class. And the fifth movie came around, and I'm like, the school became just a backdrop at that point. The school was just there. It was just a place. It wasn't like an actual thing that was happening. Like maybe they did school for like the first 30 minutes of the movie. Then it was like, okay, let's go into focus on this big overarching tale. Like the fifth and sixth movie especially. That's when it became super dark, and all that darkness and downtrodden and all this other stuff, it kind of took the magic out of the movie. Magic was there, but you know what I mean by magic, like the wonder, the awe, the moments. Like the fight between Voldemort and Dumbledore the first time. What? That fight was crazy. That fight was epic. That fight was great. It was like, so this is what all of that great magic leads up to. This is what the training from the classes were for. This is what it was all building up to. And it was great to see. And I would have loved to see some of the students like get up to that point. You know what I mean? Like I would have loved to see like Harry especially. Well, he's the main character. But any of the other students use like big time magic. Because think about it. Really think about it. Once we got to, like, let's say the Tri-Wizard tournament, the Quad Wizard tournament, what it turned out to be. That was the last time we saw the students using like really big magic. It wasn't big, but other types of spells and things like that. Aside from that, it was always the same shit. Expelliarmus, Stupefy, the Crucius Curse, whatever that. No, nobody did that one to another person. I don't think so. Havada Kedavra, that one just gets thrown around. Okay, one scene, side note, side tangent. Let's go to the side tangent. What movie was it? I don't remember what movie it was, but it was the movie when they were looking for the pieces of whatever, of the Horcruxes, that's it. And when Malfoy and his fat friend found Harry and the gang in that room of junk, the fat guy legitimately tried to kill them. And don't get me wrong, I get, the place is on fire, we don't want anybody to die, blah, 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 blah. But the dude legitimately, like, he didn't even try to knock a knockout spell. And like, him and Malfoy went to murder. Okay? That kind of just flips things on his head of me being cool with you after this, Like, if I was Harry, if I did save your life, after you actually tried to murder me, I'm not talking to you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't want to be around you, But Harry be Harry, still like, I'm Harry Potter or whatever. Side tangent over. And also, another thing I would love to know more about that involved the students is their home lives. Like, how were they at home? In like, how did they get into this world? Like Harry, he's the main character, so he doesn't really count. Ron, for me, I think the only reason why he has such a huge family in the movie and books is because he's kind of a boring character, and they all were somewhat vital to the story overarching. So for me, Ryan is his own thing and his family is their own thing, in my opinion. But you know, he was just brought up in that world, so naturally he would go to the school. But what about Hermione? Like in the movies, the only time you actually get any type of anything of her having parents is one of the movies where they really talked about her being a mudblood. Well, you know, she's born from Muggles or whatever. And at the end, when she obliviated their memories of her, which has to be super awkward when they finally go back to look at those pictures, right? Like, why are we standing like this? At least get rid of the pictures, Hermione. You know what I'm saying? Just don't give them. If you want to erase their memory, I hope you cleaned out your room. I hope you got rid of all the things in the house that were yours. Hope you got rid of all the pictures that you were in, especially the pictures of it's just you standing there. They just have a blank fucking landscape photo. What? Besides the point, I want to know more about, like, how did she get into Hogwarts? Do they even say that in the book? You know, like, what was her reason? How did she find out about the school? Were either of her parents wizards or witch? Or I have no idea how the fuck Hermione from the movies, how the fuck she found Hogwarts and got enrolled and everything. No idea. None. But you know, whatever. Now, I've officially took 3 Harry Potter tests. 2 regular ones and the Pottermore test. And apparently, I am a Hufflepuff. All the way through. Awesome. Right? I'm a Hufflepuff. Of course I'm a Hufflepuff. I mean, look at me. Everything about me says Hufflepuff, right? All of it. But because I would like to know more about the school itself, I want to know more about Ravenclaw in the movies. From what I've heard, that house isn't even really that looked into in the books. Like, Ravenclaw is just, I guess they just needed to round it out. You know, there's the Slytherin, there's Gryffindor, and there's Hufflepuff. Like, Slytherin and Gryffindor, main points of the movie. Hufflepuff is just there to make fun of. Ravenclaw, I don't know anything about Ravenclaw. I really don't. Like, when I think about it from the movies, nothing comes to mind. Like, nothing. It's crazy. They mention it a few times. I don't even think they got points at the end of at least the first 2 movies. You know, when oh my god. Dumbledore was giving out points. You know, I don't even remember them mentioning Ravenclaw at all. I think Ravenclaw always loses. That's kind of sad. But aren't they supposed to be the academic side of Hogwarts? Aren't they supposed to be like the smart ones, you know, the bookworms and whatnot? Is that why they're not included in anything that goes on? Because they're too busy studying? Possibly. But it's one of those things that, like, I feel the movies lacked. You know, at least do half and half. You know, the first half of the movie, we get to know the school, we get to know the students, we get to know the teachers, we get to know what they're learning, we get to know more about the world, and then the other half of the movie is the shit that happens. My biggest problem with the Harry Potter movies, and this is just me, because I didn't see the movies when I was really young, but because me being a nerd and everything else, I was young enough to be influenced by them and to, like, really take in the mythos and the world and the legends and stuff. And I was just excited. I was just excited to learn more about that world because it was new. It was exciting. It was awe and wonderful and everything else like that. And me personally, I loved actually going to the classes and learning these things with Harry, Hermione, and Ron. I did. I loved learning about the screaming plants that you pull out. I loved learning about, like, the different potions and things that you can make. The love potion and how it feels like that. I love learning about what was that thing called? The thing that like becomes your greatest fear, and then you can make fun of it or whatever. I love learning about that. I loved, like, seeing it from the kids' point of view because it really brought, like, a new sense of imagination, a new sense of creativity to not only myself but a lot of people I know who are into Harry Potter. Like, it really brought out that amazement of it, you know, that made people more creative, that made people put the scar on their head and wear their circular glasses and dress up in robes and go out fucking hopping on brooms and shit, you know? And I love that. And it kind of faded away after a while, and it kind of made me sad, if I'm being honest. But that's movies. That's the way it always is, actually. You know, they start off with this great idea, and then it starts getting darker and weirder, and it's just over at that point. Okay, so this is the end screen title, I hope. This is something I'm going to be trying to do every week. It's called Nerdily, as you saw from the opening title, which I still don't know how I'm going to make. And it's something I'm just going to talk nerdy about things that I'm interested in. Like, I'm really going to like get into it, get in depth with it, and just ramble about thoughts about super nerdy things once a week. I don't know what day I'm going to post this either. Should probably figure that out. But I'll figure it out later. For right now, that'll be that. So if you like what I'm doing, you want to see what else I'm doing, let me know what you think, because I'm always interested to know. So, yeah. Do 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 do.